Ahoy, hoy, everybody, and welcome back to Burning Wheel episode 2, where we play Trouble in Hochen with some fun twists. We have our lovely players, Abby, Connor, Sarah, Sean, playing their characters. We have some fun new bits this session, so let's see, it's only episode 2, so why don't we just go through our beliefs and our instincts real quick. Just run through them, highlight your new ones, so that we're all on the same page. And let's see. I think Abby, you have some fun you have some fun spicy ones. You want to share those?
Sure do. All right. So I'm playing Morrine Beaumont, and my beliefs have changed since last session. My first one is now Ada has potential to be a valuable ally, however, she is also brash and unrestrained. I must help her understand the value of controlling her tongue, lest she show our cards to the wrong people. My second belief is the same. Gutrung is an irresponsible and dangerous man, and I will destroy his career as he destroyed mine. And belief number 3, Tower Rot was fearfully mentioned by the townspeople, and stopping her control over the town would restore some honor to my name. I will find out what she is and ultimately must end her interference in our world. My instincts are the same. Never let disrespect go unpunished. When trouble's brewing, draw my sword. And never trust decisions made by so-called divinity. And all my traits are the same too.
Does a bear count as brewing trouble, or is that just like already
I don't
done?
think I have my sword is the problem.
Mm-hmm. Also, if people don't remember, Tower Rat is the what was it? She was 8-breasted hippo woman.
Mm-hmm.
Hippo-headed woman
statue. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Sean, I think you have a couple new ones as well.
Yes, I switched up 2 of them. So I'm playing Ada, and she kept her first belief all the same. So she is still on the search for the Sword of Wintertide, and she's trying to do that by finding this sort of legendary weaponsmith, their workshop, the person who made it, hopefully. She's heard rumors it's in the area, so we'll see what happens. But number 2 is new, and it is that this cult must be stopped. But such beliefs do not spring from nothing. I will find the root cause of this horrible faith in Toweret and see if there's any other evil nearby. And number 3 is also new because Angar Smith, I didn't need to dig up any dirt. He's just the leader of a cult, so that's dirt enough, I think. So we've changed it to Angar Smith seems to be a leader within this murderous cult. I'll ensure he loses his influence on Hochen entirely.
To be fair, I don't think they've murdered anybody yet.
They haven't yet? They were really gunning to murder us.
But they haven't? Yeah, they did have murderous intent, I would say, yeah.
That, murderous intent. Okay, there we go. I think it was in the air, it felt to Ada like people had maybe already been murdered and we were just next up. So anyways, the instincts are all the same though. So generosity is the key to a well-lived life. If I'm asked for help in good faith, I always offer my aid. Traveling is a dangerous business. I always have an eye out for incoming trouble. And last is learning the lost arts of the ancients is my life's goal. I always dig for more information on the world's artifacts, regardless of people's opinion. That's Ada.
And boy, did Ada see this trouble bear coming right into this.
Oh, yeah, that was... She's got that foreplanning.
Okay, and then Connor.
Hi, so I am playing Brother Wirt. He is our faithful human member of the group, so that's most important of my traits. As far as beliefs go, Wirt believes that Hochen is under siege by diabolists, and their source must be uncovered. My sister's ailment is worsening, and it must learn if it is ordained by God or not. The throne lies moldering, and we must find the next monarch to preserve God's vision. So none of those are changed, and my instincts stayed the same as well. Never leave home without bandages, food, and water, holy or otherwise. Whenever someone is holding a sword, it's best to let them have their way. And when someone asks for advice, long parables of the saints have always got little nuggets of gold in them.
Perfect.
And I think bears respond really well to saints.
In my experience, they do. They're very holy creatures.
Yeah. They also love nuggets of gold. They have whole heists for them.
Nuggets of gold.
Okay, last up, Sarah.
Heyo. I am playing our friendly elven exile, Ragaire. Currently trying to minimize his elvenness with limited success. Trying to learn to be an inconspicuous boy. And his beliefs are any infernal presence throws off the balance and cannot be allowed to continue. I am the blood sword for a reason and must sever all evil. He also believes in investigating the rumors to see if his liege lord's son is here. And he also believes the elves have abandoned him and use me for their dirty work. Even though I owe my liege lord my life, I will not waste extra efforts on serving the race, but in protecting other races before I fade. And his instincts are never take orders from anyone except my liege lord. Also, once my sword is drawn, my enemy must perish. Logan's favorite, makes him laugh every time. And my concept of time is beyond mortal comprehension. I take my time. Why are they all rushing around? And traits-wise, I have the usual elven traits, plus lonesome and voice in a crowd.
I just love your sword one because Abby has one where she draws her sword, and Connor has one where people that are holding swords get their way. So now Ada just needs one about a sword.
I
And
do.
then
I'm
I
trying to
see
find
a
a
sword.
sword.
Oh,
I
yeah.
We're all
must look
sword
at it.
centric.
That's my belief, though. I don't have an instinct.
We're very
related to
sword
swords.
motivated in this.
What does that say about us?
Perfect. Okay, so let's see where we last left off. We were voluntarily just hanging out in this clearing out in the forest. You had all been escorted there by this cult with murderous intent. They had erected the statue of this hippo god and then proceeded to burn it down, and then they were going to sacrifice you. So they all told you. And then in the night, Brother Wirt was like, that fire seems out of place. Let me go investigate. So he's not tied up. He is out in the clearing, or not in the clearing, but near the clearing, watching this all happen. And that is when our friend, the angry bear, appeared, started scattering the cultists. And I think we left off with him sort of looking out across the clearing at you all and taking one step toward you as the cult is sort of running amok.
Yes, very dramatic. Do not
Yes.
like.
I would like to shrug it off. I would like to buy a vowel. Use one fate to do that. Do I have to do anything besides just change my stats and
Nope. Since you were injured, you're gonna shrug it off, spend a fate, and that is for this scene. Are no longer have that penalty. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So you're like, well,
Correct.
I really gotta get it together, and you sort of just okay, great.
Wirt is not normally a quick man to act, but I think he's going to try and take advantage of the chaos of the situation and try to extricate his friends from this mess, I think is a succinct way of putting it. Looking around, I see cultists running hither, thither, and yon. Looking at their bonds, with them tied to this center post tree, do they look like they've made significant progress in making themselves loose, or am I going to have to get in there and cut them out?
I think Morrine had loosened her strap so she could sort of wiggle her way out, but I think everybody else is still pretty well secured visually. It doesn't look like they're about to just get up and run away.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's start with getting ourselves into the fray here. Wirt would like to try and approach the party inconspicuously, try to blend in with the crowd, run around like my hair's on fire and there's a giant bear attacking me, and make my way to them without seeming like an outsider.
Okay. Now, is inconspicuous versus will? I think it might be.
It very well could be. I
think
do
it
not
probably is.
No.
It
Or
sounds like it should be.
observation.
It's
Oh.
a versus test against observation.
Okay. Yeah.
I have inconspicuous as will in my being learned.
Is it base. That's its base
Yes.
stat is will,
Okay.
but it is its obs are based on observation.
So you can go
Capiche.
ahead and do that if you want to roll. I think the cultists. I assume you're trying to be inconspicuous from the bear because the cultists are not really paying you any mind. They're
Yes.
sort of
Yeah,
running.
I'm trying to not seem like a glowing beacon of, hey, I'm food.
I don't think the bear has observation open, so you
Oh.
roll and then we'll double that and
Deal with that later.
Yep.
Okay. Base ob, we're just going to put 0.
Mhm.
2 successes.
2. Okay, so we'll double that to 4, and then the bear rolls its will, right? So that's 4. So
Yes.
we'll see how.
Is observation will or perception? Root.
Oh, it's probably perception.
They are the same, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, great.
That bear is opening its
Yep.
observate a new skill.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay.
Wow, good job.
The bear does not notice you. You just seem to be another cultist. You're just running toward the group rather than away, and you are currently paid no mind by this angry bear.
Okay. As I get up to the group, can I ask a knife? A knife. Does anyone have a knife?
If I had a knife, I wouldn't be in this situation.
I stick out my leg and I'm like, here, my boot.
I just like rip off the boot and fish around in it, and then like, pull out a knife and start cutting ropes.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. So I think you're doing this as the bear is approaching you all. So I think it's a matter of like how quick can you do it. Is there knife? Do you have knife?
I have.
Yeah, knives is a skill.
I have the skill knives.
I also do.
Do you, Brother Wirt?
I do. Brother Wirt does not. He can use a cutlery.
You could give it. You could hand it back to us.
Does he have cutlery as a skill?
No, but I'd rather open cutlery than knife.
Okay, well, go ahead and open either, but try and make a test, and we'll do just.
Oh boy.
Are setup rolls a thing in Burning Wheel? I can't remember.
Yeah. You can do a setup test. I mean, theoretically, Morrine can get out easily without. So you could get out and probably help him, or do a setup roll. Because I know you made that roll with agility.
The determination was that I still had to make an ob4 agility test to get out, so I don't think I can get out.
I think Brother Wirt could, since you did succeed on your past test, Brother Wirt could probably get you out.
Okay,
no
okay,
problem.
My thought was to distract the bear for more time, so that Brother Wirt can have more time.
You know what? I think that is a noble gesture, and Wirt will put the knife in your hand.
Singular hand.
And Wirt will attempt to distract the bear.
Okay.
Perfect. So setup actions are you roll, right? Or
you roll a separate ob test, and if you meet it, nothing changes. If you fail, you increase the ob of the next test by 1, and if you get like over your obstacle by at least 1, then you get an extra die to the next test.
Perfect.
So it's a little bit harder than just a regular meet.
Yeah. So what are you gonna? How are you helping, or how are you setting up more in Brother Wirt?
I would say I would like to distract the bear with a prayer for a blinding light, a flash of light, a burst of some kind of prestidigitation in the bear's face.
Perfect. Hit me with all of these rules. I assume you're using faith to do this.
Yes, that's going to be a faith roll. Let me find that in the book. Make sure I've got all my faith rules
got
in
it
front
right
of me.
Here. Failed in prayer. Ooh.
That's the rule I'm looking for. I think you'll find I want successful prayer, perhaps minor miracle would be a great thing to have happen right now. I know minor miracle obviously is gonna
You
would
could also
count,
just do like
but I
a
think there'd probably
hindrance
be a yeah.
or like an aid. I mean, any number of these might work
Yeah.
to help Morrine.
Great number
But
of
if you want to
pages to scroll
hinder
through.
the bear, I think we'll say that's just like a nice for hindering one foe.
Okay.
Sarah, how many
Oh,
knives do you
wow.
have? I mean,
She's
by
got 2
how
feet,
many
2
knives?
boots.
I mean, how many dice?
How many dice I have? Not actual knives.
Yeah.
Okay. I have 2.
Okay, I also have 2. Cool.
Okay. So we're gonna roll faith. I'm gonna go ahead and put a persona into this. This is important.
And you can do a fate afterwards if you feel
Mhm.
like it.
Base ob, we're calling it 4 for hindrance.
Yeah. Now, I guess since this is important, do you want to know what happens if you fail before you roll?
Probably.
Hit me, DM. What do we got?
Well, I think the bear will just hit you.
Yeah,
Mm.
that
On its
sounds
way over.
reasonable. It looks like he's got pretty meaty claws too, right?
Yeah, and a mouth, and he could also headbutt you. So
Okay.
He
Okay.
can
Well,
headbutt you.
I
Depends
think
on
we're just
how-
gonna really hope
angry
that this
he
works
is.
then.
Really pray.
Really praying. I hit send.
Yeah,
Roll
it
20
might
as
just be
being
slow.
that delightful program that it is.
It
we're
wants
all-
to raise the suspense.
Just with bated breath,
Oh,
we see.
I'm in suspense.
So it might not have actually gone through.
Mhm. Maybe try again.
Let's see what happens.
Try again, and we'll use the best of whichever one goes
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
Obviously, it's the better that would stick. Base ob 4. There we go.
Oh
5
my gosh!
Oh, great job!
Wow.
Wow. That's amazing. Oh,
Thank
'cause
you,
you got some
open-ended,
6s.
yeah.
Beautiful, yeah.
Okay,
Brother
so-
Wirt's faith comes in clutch.
At faith, I think you have to succeed to get
A test, yes.
test. So make sure
Yes.
you do that, and then also record that you spent your persona on that.
Mhm.
Perfect. So you, what is half of your faith exponent?
Half of my faith exponent is 2.5.
It's probably
2.
2.
Okay,
Two.
so the bear's hesitating for 2.
Mhm.
It's hindered for 2.
Yeah.
Morrine. And then since you were trying to sort of set up, you can also take a
Extra die.
Bonus die
Okay,
for that,
what's
yeah.
the ob to get just cut through this rope?
I don't think it's hard to cut through the rope. I think it's just hard to do it before the bear can get there. So we will call it, let's see, it was going to be an ob 4 with the bear getting there quickly. And then we'll just say that hindrance will drop it by 2.
Okay, ob 2.
Yeah.
Can I fork in brawling? Like, trying to, like, rip this and cut
You
it
might
and-
hurt one of them if you fail.
I'm...
You might accidentally punch someone.
That's fine. We're
Can we
moving
help?
fast.
Because
I
I
would-
am like mending. Can I try and like say I found a weak
Unmend?
spot? Yeah, like the counter. The is there a
Contrapositive.
frayed, like a part of the binding that seems frayed or
Or I
in
could
need
use
of mending, so
observation.
that I know it's the weak point.
Sure. You can do that.
Awesome.
You have had you've been tied up for a good while. You've run your fingers over the whole knot a bunch of times. So you're just like pointing at it. You're like, yep, right there, cut it right there.
Right there. Ada's this whole time has just been like whispering under her breath, like, "Oh my God, okay, there's a bear. Everyone, calm down. Ragaire, calm down. Ragaire, calm down."
Ragaire's just silent, not moving.
Just watching. Give me my boot
Ada's
back.
trying to take deep breaths. She's like, okay. Yeah. So
Okay,
that's what's going on in her sphere.
Help just gives a die, right? So I have 2 extra die, 1 from
Yes.
fork, 1 from help.
And if we can convince Ragaire to help. You can get
I can
another
use
one.
observation. Or stealthy. Or knives.
Knives part 2.
Knives part 2.
Can you help knife? Maybe.
Can I
Maybe-
knife help knife?
We hold the knife like a sword.
Together.
You hold up your other boot, another knife falls out. Like, right now you got 2 knives.
I have 2 thrown
Well,
weapons, so
yeah.
I could say they're both 2 throwing knives.
We'll say no to that one. You
Okay,
already got help from
observation.
Yeah.
a bunch of places. No, we'll just
No,
put this
it'll
on
be okay.
Morrine.
Base op 2, you said, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Nice.
God.
What?
Perfect. So this bear was making its way over real quick, and then Brother Wirt jumps out, says a quick prayer, and like a little sunbeam. I don't know. The
Mhm.
clouds part.
Clouds part in just a perfect way, and yeah.
Yeah. The bear's just like holds up its paws, like, oh, why is it so bright all of a sudden?
It's supposed to be hibernating. It's the dead of winter.
It slowed down momentarily, and you are just like, whoop, cut Ada out, whoop, cut Ragaire out, and you are all.
And cut my husband out.
Oh, yeah, and your husband.
Yeah,
You do cut your husband out as well.
I forgot about him. That would have been a perfect way to get rid of him. What are you talking
No,
about?
I like him.
Perfect.
Okay.
So now you are all untied, but the clouds repart. The bear puts its paw down, and it is now still there in front
We're
of you.
still squarely in his sights.
Mhm.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking we could flee into the forest, or we can try and like run into the village, and there's that rickety bridge, and I think that's a good spot. Or Ada has a hunting bow. It's just probably back in Martine's house,
Uh-huh.
so I can't. I doubt she has it. I think she has her hammer on her, but that's. I don't really want to fight this bear.
No.
Just
Just
saying.
throw the hammer.
Just
I don't want to throw the hammer either.
let's go back to my house, and then I can
Yeah.
get my armor, and then we can go to Martine's, and then we should be safe-ish, because then we'll actually have weapons.
Do we think we can
Also,
do
I need
that?
to save my small child. Okay, let's go.
She's asleep. She doesn't know anything's happened. Great. Yeah. If you guys want to just flee,
Yeah, definitely.
I think that'll just be a speed test.
Okay.
We could do this instead of having you all roll, because that sounds a little silly.
Mhm.
We could have like the best person, the most speedy could roll, but it would be harder because you're trying to get the whole group. Or we could just do the slowest person is the one to make the roll, because if they can get away, then everyone can.
Mhm.
Okay,
Who's the slowest? I have speed 4.
Yeah, I'm 4.
5.
3.
Okay.
Oh, brother, work.
Got quick feet.
And what are the different odds if we have Ragaire versus Wirt do it?
It might just be, let's see. This will probably be versus the speed of the bear.
Yeah.
So I was like, why is that like that? I was looking at occultist. I was like, that speed's a little weird. Okay, the bear is quite quick. It's
Snakes.
speed 6.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it's
Hmm.
whatever the bear rolls.
Yeah.
Could we,
Are we allowed to
alternatively throw cultists
I-
at this bear to distract
No, I don't want to kill the people of Hochen,
the
even if they are cultists at the moment.
I mean, there are still cultists in the thing, so it's not like you have to. You could try to do something to distract the bear, but right now its eyes are on you. But you could get them off of you if you wanted somehow.
I mean, I could try leading the bear away
Mm-hmm.
because I'm the fastest,
Mm-hmm.
and then I could just try and lead him to the bridge.
That might be better.
Hmm.
Worst comes
Um,
to worst, you could try and sing.
I could always
Also
sing.
hesitate it while you can get away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the problem is if you sing while we're around, we also hesitate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does sound
Yeah.
like the best.
So I'm gonna just break away.
I'm gonna
I feel
toss
like
you
this-
back your knife.
Catch. Put the boot back on. I've put my boot on. And I'm like, Ada, go. And I take off in the opposite direction of you guys, which I assume is the direction of the bridge where we came. And I'm gonna try and just like be the opposite of inconspicuous. I take off my cloak. I shine.
There's a skill for that.
I shine like the sun.
True, you glimmer, you glisten in the morning light.
I sparkle in the morning light and attempt to lead this bear away from them by running
Okay.
as fast as I can.
And are you speed 5?
Speed 5. Am I allowed to fork in things for a stat
Not
test?
for stats.
Not for stats, yeah.
Yeah.
Only-
But
What
I was going to
has-
say, if you
Forking's
wanted
only
to
for
do
skills.
conspicuous,
Uh-huh.
we
For-
could do that instead, because you're trying to sort of draw the attention of the bear rather than just purely outrun it. So I think
Your
that
stride
might
might
actually
be.
more appropriate.
What's your stride?
It's
It's
something.
the longest, so it should be like 8.
8. Yeah.
What's the
The
bear's?
bear's also 8.
Okay. So there's no advantages there.
Freaking bear.
Um,
Spurs, man. But
I
I would
should
have to open
conspicuous, which
Mm.
Probably not good.
Okay.
is probably not the best time to be opening new skills.
Though conspicuous might be versus observation also.
We can technically help stats with stats as long as it makes sense. So,
Or I can spend a persona to add a D.
Oh, conspicuous isn't a versus. It's just a set ob.
Dang it.
Okay.
anything over op 1 is going to be
I
very
can
challenging.
I can
Yeah.
do speed and spend a persona. So I'm 6. So I'm equal to the bear.
Okay. So just speed off.
Speed
Yeah.
off.
Just speed
Speed
off.
off! I
Just
mean,
a speed off.
I'm
Okay.
assuming I'm making a lot of noise as I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this.
You both have an odd penalty because it's snowy, so we're just gonna ignore it for both of you.
Okay.
So it's just gonna be 6 versus 6. Does anyone want to help?
I really want to. I'm trying to think of a good way. Could I use perception and like try and be like, there's a deer path through the trees, like try and stick to that. It's small enough for you, but harder for the bear or something. Like, you
Yeah.
know, try and point out a good path for her. Because
Yeah.
Ada does have a. one
She
of her
always
life
has an
paths
eye
was
out.
Hunter. Yeah, and she always has an eye out. So just using my perception as a way to help her out.
Sure. Yeah.
As we're being helpful here, I think Wirt will briefly recall a parable of the god of
Yes.
speed and grant you swift passage on your journeys.
And I'm
Attempt
like,
to aid
I don't
you
know
with
what
a
you're
faith
talking
test.
about.
I just tell you this real short story about like this guy, and it just goes on and on and on and on.
You're halfway down the street. Once
I'm
the
like,
story's
Luckily,
Like,
the
I
faith
have all the
effect-
time in the world.
The effect starts to take effect before you have to finish the parable.
Right. So
Perfect.
blessing is ob 3. May bless a person with +1d to a stat for the duration of an intent.
Nice.
Cool.
So I will roll faith for that.
Are you sure you don't want to use aid? Wait. What is the difference between these?
Additional
one is-
successes grant you additional dice on aid. And then blessing can also that only like affects people, beasts, devices, and tools. Aid
Okay.
can be cast in advance and will wait to release itself for the proper abilities.
it.
It's more of a preparation thing,
Perfect.
and then you can add up successes with it.
Makes sense. So you're just going to do blessing, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
You blessed
So that'd
my
be an
boot
op
while you handed
3.
it back to me.
Yep.
It's now a boot of speed.
There you go.
Nice.
Sweet. So I have 2 help,
Yeah,
correct?
2 bonus dice for this.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to roll bear first or me first?
I can roll bear first.
So
Bear.
look what we're up against.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. We got this. I'm the fastest.
Oh my gosh! You're the fastest elf in the West.
I am the fastest elf in the West.
Oh, yikes.
Well, you
Do
could
I even
also
need
roll
to
0
roll?
successes.
Wow, that's
God.
crazy. Oh my gosh.
Abby, why would you say such a thing?
Yeah, you can't put that out there, Abby.
My last 10 dice, I've rolled 0 successes.
Yeah.
Wow, which
This
is bad for
bear.
us in the future.
Okay, well, I will go ahead and roll. Oh, Artha dice.
And you get
put
8
it in
total.
Mhm.
1 Artha dice.
Do you not want to spend that Artha? You might be able to get away without spending it.
Yeah, I mean, at what point do you declare Artha?
Before you roll.
Before you roll, yeah.
That's fine.
But like, the rolls don't happen simultaneously, do they? Technically, for this.
No.
No.
Okay.
One person is considered the aggressor and one is considered the defender
think-
in most versus tests.
Okay.
Mhm.
Technically, sometimes you can have 2 aggressors, but
I'm okay with spending it. It's fine.
okay.
I feel like
Gotta boost
Whatever
that
works
speed
for you.
stat.
we're there.
Yeah, speed's useful.
Base obstacle 0. And let's go.
Unfortunately,
Wow, you're so
on
fast.
test, you did very good.
You did
You've got
so
2
good.
6s. You want to spend a fate
Sure. No.
to go even faster?
Too bad this
So-
doesn't count as a.
It's not
test.
not actually a useful test anymore.
So
Oh, well.
you run a couple like quick laps around the bear, really get it all riled up, and then you just also take off down this game trail that Ada had pointed out. And it got sufficiently sort of angry. It sort of starts moving in your direction. And the rest of you, its attention is off of you for the moment.
Okay, let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's just make a break for Morrine's house and get ourselves to some safety.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Ada.
Ada might. Yes.
Oh, what were you saying?
Ada might run to Martine's house first and then go meet back at Warren's house. But
Okay.
I think it would be wisest to stick together.
Yeah, let's not split the party more
Ada,
than once.
As you turn to run, you hear someone call out to you by name, and you quick turn and you see Angar, who is quite wounded. He must have been hit by the bear at some point during this kerfuffle, and you see him sort of like grabbing his side. He's on the ground, sort of nearby. The bear is still moving after Ragaire, but he sort of calls out and is like, "Don't leave me, please."
oh my gosh. Okay. Ada's like, she turns, she's like, Angar, you useless lump. And she starts like making her way over to him. And it's like, am I going to have to carry you all the way to your own forge? Get on your feet, man. And I think she will help him.
Okay. Perfect. So
what?
the bear was dealt with by Ragaire very well.
Quite
so I
handedly.
think you can take a little bit of time and get him up and take him with you if you want.
Okay. I mean, I don't think she's gonna, treat him super nice, but she's gonna be like, you stay inside, you caused all this trouble yourself. I'm gonna throw you in the first building I see, and I want you to think about the consequences. So she finds, I think, the first, building that's not falling over and that she thinks would stand up at least a little bit, and she kind of just tosses
Shoves
him
him in the first leaky shed
before
she sees.
I'll deal with you later.
Okay,
And
perfect.
before running back to the rest of the group.
Young man.
I know I think Agar's older than her.
Mhm. Okay, perfect. So then the rest of you were headed back to Casa de Beaumont.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Well,
Ms. Beaumont.
You get there.
Yeah. As
No
soon as
problem. They're still screaming in the distance.
uh-huh.
But there's also like some people are like running home, and then some people are like coming out to see what's happening.
Yeah.
Is a little bit of a some chaos on the streets.
Okay, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna be like, Alden, you go check on Odelia, and then I'm gonna start strapping on armor.
Okay.
Yeah. Ada wants to like either check with someone nearby, like has this been happening recently, or bear's been happening recently. One big bear specifically.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to ask someone on the street, you can sort of like stop them, and then you look sort of over their shoulder, and you see some of the buildings, most of the buildings in the town have giant scratch marks in them.
Scratches. Okay, yeah.
And have been sort of damaged pretty heavily. And you're like,
Okay.
yes,
It's a bear.
it's a bear. It makes sense now.
Alrighty, perfect. Okay.
But if
Then-
you wanted actual information from them, you can still talk to them. But that is obvious to Ada at this point.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else. Well, maybe. Maybe she'll try and like ask. I feel like she's kind of entered like hunter mode now. Like she's like recalling all of the stuff that she learned when she was younger, and she's like, okay, like where's its
So,
den? Like
You
what
grab someone and it's like, oh, good day. How are you today?
There's a bear.
Oh, the bear is back. They're like trying to. Like,
Ada's got both hands gripping them, and it's like, now I need to know a lot of information about this right now. So, when did this start happening?
A couple months ago, the bear just started coming to town every night, and
At the beginning of
gotten real
winter?
bad. A couple months ago.
Okay. Has anyone tried to find out where it's been? Like where its den is? Why it's coming? Anyone done anything to hunt it? Where are your hunters?
She's like, yeah, some people have tried to find it. No one's ever had any luck. Some people haven't come back.
She spits on the ground and mutters a little curse under her breath. Okay, well, you're useless. Thank you. Stay inside.
Like, oh, okay. And then they turn around and go back inside their house. Hear the door lock, and the board comes down on the other side.
Okay, Ada just goes back to the Beaumont house.
Okay. Brother Wirt.
Wirt would like to sit in as comfortable of a chair as is possible and catch his
We
breath.
have all of these couch
It's a
options.
very furnished
Yeah.
house.
He finds like a nice love seat and just kind of like plops in it and like curls up. And he just ponders about bears and religion, and like, is he aware of any god that like sends bears to do their bidding, or is the some demon that uses bears as a weapon?
So you can make a check. Do you
symbolism
have
of bear.
a skill in mind?
I have religion wise, but I think that might be specific to my religion, or not religions in general. I'm not certain on that. Being a
So,
wise.
Yeah. So that means you're wise about religions.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that would work. You'd be like, okay, are there any religions that have bears?
Okay. Yeah. Great. So we'll,
Also, technically, what you can do with a wise, I think, is say why something is true about the world, and then roll, and then if you succeed, that is true in the world. So you could say, I would like to roll religion-wise. I want there to be some god that sends bears as like retribution for bad things or something, and then you could roll for it and make it true.
Okay. I think in this instance, I want to try and learn more about this bear and perhaps any connection to the cult.
Okay.
So we won't like insert cool factoids about the world. Perhaps fork in demonology and doctrine.
Probably not doctrine, but yes,
Okay.
on demonology.
Yes, on demonology. Okay, I can work with that. So we will roll religion wise 1 fork.
I think we'll just make it nice ob2.
2. Oh, hey, look at that.
Nice. Yeah, so when you were out there, you heard a bunch of the cultists screaming like, oh, Tawarat's demon, it's back. Like, they'd clearly seen it before.
Mhm.
And with that in mind, you sort of think and you ponder, and nothing is really jumping out. You're like, I don't know of any religion that has a bear that gets sent like this. And so there's a little bit of doubt in your mind. Now you think back to sort of how the bear looked. And looking at the bear, now that you're not confronted with it, you're like, something wasn't right about the bear. It didn't seem like it was just an angry bear. Like it had, like, you could see a lot of veins in its face, and like its tongue was black, and like its eyes were a little glazed over. Like it was not well off as a normal bear. So you're like, this doesn't seem like it was sent as like a messenger of some bear god, but it didn't seem like it was just a natural bear. That much you're convinced of.
Okay.
And you're putting your armor on, Morrine, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it say how long it takes to put that on, or is it just a
I
whoop,
don't know.
done?
I mean,
I
I
think
don't
there
think
is
it's that
times
fast.
for it.
That's
But
fine.
yeah, if is it
It's light mail?
Ada might be able to
Within-
help you. I mean, she knows armor. Probably
see.
in passing.
Well, while you're looking that up, we will shift on over to our good elven friend running through the forest.
La da 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 da
You're
da.
just having a good time.
Just
You're
No
running-
bears in sight.
just a
like-
little
so
jog.
nice.
You'll hear the bear a little bit behind you. You
Come
speed up a
on!
little bit.
Come on, you can do it. Pick up the pace.
Yes. Okay. So you're running, and you said you were running to the bridge. You were trying to do something, correct?
Yes, I wanted to get the bear on the bridge so it would fall. We said it was a rickety bridge, and so I was hoping. I don't remember if it was over water or a ravine or what.
It was over like a little shallower ravine, but there was like a frozen river down at the bottom. Creek.
Yeah,
Frozen creek
I
down
mean,
the
at the
bottom.
very least, that would be more difficult for the bear to get out of and like slow it down and trap it,
Mhm.
maybe.
Yeah.
So I want to lead the bear to
Okay.
that
Now, the
bridge.
one thing I will point out is if you run across the bridge,
I'm
and
not
then the
gonna
bear
cross
runs
the
across
bridge.
the bridge and
No,
falls.
no.
Okay.
No. I've already thought about that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you are so much faster than this bear at the moment. You can get to the bridge, no problem, with the bear behind you
Perfect.
if you'd like.
Yeah. I was trying to think of like I just stand on the edge of the bridge and let its momentum kind of like pull it over. So I'd make like a last minute like swoosh out of the way. So the bear kind of like careens onto the bridge and falls. That's my plan.
Yeah. Okay. I think. Let's see.
I have the skill roadwise and orienteering. We
I
are
don't
on a
know.
road.
It
A
could
bridge is
also
a type
just
of
be
road.
agility.
I was gonna say, yeah, probably agility makes the most
All
sense.
of
to
these
sort of, like,
tests.
Fake out of the way.
Okay.
And we would probably do versus the bear's will. So like you're trying to fake it out and you're trying
Yeah.
to sort of outsmart it.
What's the bear's will?
It's 4.
Oh. Well, that's
But
lovely.
what's
No
your
buts.
okay?
Just kidding.
What is your
Agility. 5.
5. Okay. You will have, it is icy still, so you trying to move quickly will probably have a +1 ob from the ice.
Well, surely the ice would also mean that the bear is going to have a harder time stopping and
True.
redirecting its momentum.
Agreed.
Sure.
Or I would say the brush in the tree would make it harder to follow her.
We'll just cancel that then.
Cancel
it
it
applies to
out.
both of
Okay.
you, yeah. But I think you are technically the aggressor for this. So we'll have the
Okay.
bear roll first. Does that make sense?
So you mean I'll roll first and the bear will roll
Yeah.
after me?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, let's do it. We can only do what we can do. So there's no one that can help, and I've already spent my persona, so that's that. And let's go.
Nice.
Pretty
Jeez.
good.
So good.
I'm having little mini heart attacks every time this dice button is clicked.
Okay, then the bear will roll 4. Yeah.
You did get a 6 in there if you want to throw a fade into
I think
it.
with
Add
fate,
yourself a little bit.
she can use it to break ties. So if the bear happened to roll 4, she could go back and
Okay.
adjust with fate. Is how we did it before. I don't know if that's right, but
What
nice.
Nice.
Now, does the
What is
bear
it?
have a fate?
No.
Bear actually
Okay.
has a
They
deeds
do.
point.
Oh my god, if the bear had a deed.
You
The
guys
bear
are
uses
like-
his faithful skill to shine light into your eyes.
He is a faithful bear.
And okay, Logan, I have a question. Does this
Yeah.
count as a what kind of test does this count for me? Because it's
5
So
dice
it is-
versus 3 ob.
3, so it's probably just routine.
it's still routine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Such high stakes for such a routine test.
I know.
So
Okay.
you're just sort of standing here on the edge of this bridge.
Come
The
and get me.
bear's rounds the corner. It is like very angry at you of outrunning it, so it is moving quick, and you wait just the right time, and you just like step out of the way. The bear goes sort of like it tries to stop it, trying to like get you as it runs sort of by you onto the bridge. The bridge. Does the bridge break? Was that the intent for the bridge to break, or just
Yes.
to shove? Okay, then yeah, then the bridge breaks under the weight of this massive stature bear, and it sort of falls down into the crevice.
Icy ravine.
Yeah. You can see it is injured from that. It doesn't die down at the bottom, but it like sort of like is like limping as it's trying to sort of like get up, and trying to climb out, probably on the
Mhm.
other side. And it makes it up and sort of out the other side and goes off onto the woods on the other side still. You can see it is leaving a trail of blood, though, in the white snow.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, that is perfect.
Okay.
Light mail.
I sit down and wait for everybody to talk.
Light
I
mail
play my flute.
is a gambeson with a coat of thin metal plates sewn into the cloth. It's light, flexible, and concealable, so I don't think it takes very long.
Yeah, probably not. But it's definitely, it takes longer
Especially
than
if
it is to
Ada's
do that,
helping,
but,
yeah.
But you get it on, you're ready to go. Alden like comes out with Odelia, and she's like, "How old is she? She's 3.
She's
3
like,
olds
yeah.
talk."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
They do.
She's
They ask
just
questions
like-
even.
Sentences, but yes, they talk.
She's like asking for breakfast. She's like, "Why is everyone so running around?" Like, and Alden's just sort of like, you know, Mom and I, we were outside, and it's not very safe, so we're gonna go outside. And he's like, "I'll go make her breakfast." So he just like leads her into the other kitchen to keep her busy for the moment.
Cool.
Even though she's like, "Mommy has her armor on. I want to go with her," and he's like, "No, there's breakfast in there."
She's just trying it on for old time's sake. Make sure it still fits.
She's just cosplaying inside.
He can make her sword-shaped pancakes, and
Mhm.
they can pretend like they're all going on an adventure.
Okay, so he is on child duty at the
All right,
moment.
Ada, let's go get your stuff, and then we can meet up with everybody, aka Ragaire.
Yeah, I mean, she just needs to run to
Martine,
Martine's
yeah.
house, and I think she's got the stuff just against the side of the wall and where she
Mhm.
was staying. So she just grabs it real quick, starts stringing the bow while also just walking out the door and puts her quiver on and stuff.
Mhm.
But she's
You
for
look
the
over
most
and you
part,
just
she's fully
see
equipped.
Ragaire sitting in the middle of the road next to the bridge, which is now very broken.
Yeah, no one can get across it now. It's great.
Oh, was Martine's house right next to the bridge?
It was one of the first buildings,
Ragaire!
You're alive! Ada runs over and gives you a hefty clap on the back.
I'm like, okay.
I know, buddy. Don't do well with affection, but in these parts, it's all you got to keep each other up, keep each other's spirits up, and stay connected. So you're stuck with me whether you like it or not. Now, where's that damn bear?
Ragaire will point to the trail of blood and say, "Oh, he fell, but he's gone that way."
Good. Okay, the bridge plan worked at least a little bit. I think it's time to go on a little hunting trip.
Ada, how are we getting across here?
Obviously, we can go around.
Don't you have carpentry?
Build us a
Or
new
I can
bridge.
jerry-rig a bridge. I do have carpentry.
It's not uncrossable.
Oh, okay.
It's probably like 20 feet down.
Okay.
Like you could climb down.
I
and you
thought
could
it was
climb
like
up.
a rushing river. Okay.
No, it's frozen.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like a creek at the moment. It's
Okay.
not
Good.
uncrossable. It's just not a good experience to fall into.
Yeah, from a 20-foot height when you're a giant bear.
Just that straight fall is never good.
Anybody else know how to use a bow? We can probably grab some. I'm sure the villagers have one or two. Anyone? No? Okay.
No.
To get a sense of scale of the cult, how big of a percentage of the population of the village do they seem to be?
So there was about 20 people that you saw that were as a part of the cult. There are probably like 60 or so people in town, so it's like a third, not most, but a big percentage.
Would there be? Could I roll circles to find like a knight that's stationed in? Would Hochen have somebody here?
I will never say you cannot do circles.
Just to get a little bit of backup and somebody who actually has power. Is that something I can do?
Yeah, probably. I don't see
Okay.
why not.
What would the
I mean, you can just make it harder because it
Yeah.
would be an unusual, for someone to be here, basically.
I mean, yeah, a specific occupation is +3.
Mm-hmm.
So we're already at +4. And then you want them to character
I'm okay with a
knowledge.
squire too. Somebody in that life path progression.
Oh wait, okay. Uncommon occupation or within the same setting. Does that mean like
It means like noble.
I'm
versus
pretty sure
in the specific.
the circle comparisons are to my life paths because my life
Okay.
paths are my circles.
right? And so your setting. So this would be within your same setting, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trying
Okay.
to find somebody that's a noble and also a knight. But the knights are in the noble life path section. Circles.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Where is circles?
It has its own little chapter.
Yeah, it has its own little chapter. I would say what? So within the same setting, so we would say that's going to be a +2. Their station, I don't think it would matter. Their character knowledge, common to that, so it doesn't matter. And then the time and place will probably get you, because it does matter. Right here, right now, in the middle of trouble seems a little severe for +3. So we'll say it's just a 1, because it's
Okay.
like they
So
are.
it's ob 4?
Yes, total.
Not easy.
The occupation shouldn't have a difference because it is same life path. If I was within same setting would be if I was trying to find like a lord because I don't have the lord life path.
Got it. Okay.
But
I
you
mean,
can
that
still
makes
give me
sense.
+3 for right here and now in the middle of trouble.
Okay, then yeah, we'll do
Okay, ob 4.
that.
So I have
makes
2
sense.
circles, and
Oh no.
no, it's fine. And I also have 2D affiliation with nobility, so I can use that, right?
Mhm.
So that's 4 dice, and then I have something else, I think. Oh, my reputation.
She's
Where
got
did
a
I put
reputation.
that? I don't know where I put that, but I definitely have it. I think I bought 2D reputation as a famous knight.
You think?
I did. It's right here.
Okay.
Is that so I can use that too? So I get 6 dice for an ob 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. I just want to roll circles.
Oh my gosh.
Reputations, affiliations, and advantages 4. Ob 4. Fantastic.
Okay. So
It's just routine.
Everyone was
invoke-
like,
Yeah,
hell
I'll
I'll
no.
invoke-
invoke
Good.
enmity clause.
Yeah. Please do.
So you know of a knight
Uh-huh.
who is in the area.
Uh-huh.
He was a knight. He's now sort of a local mercenary of sorts. His
Yeah.
name is Rava Dren.
What?
Rava,
Rava.
first name. Dren,
Dren.
second
Okay. Okay, perfect.
name. And so he's sort of like you're not outright hostile, but he's like a mercenary of sorts, and he's not.
Was he also
Quite,
exiled? Or is he still, like, sanctioned?
I think he's sanctioned, but he's
Okay,
like,
okay,
I'm
okay.
gonna go do this. I can make way more money, and so that's why it's sort of on that. So he might not take it so kindly to you.
Yeah.
Strolling in,
Uh-huh.
but he is available, and since he does live here, he will.
I imagine we're, like, all gathering next to this bridge, like, pointing at the blood and stuff, and he just shows up, and he wants to be part of it.
Yes, of note, he doesn't have a sword though, so he's like, I really want to help, but I don't have a sword.
I'll give you my hammer for the
Does
meantime.
he see me?
Are you trying to hide from him?
Should I roll inconspicuous and see?
He will notice you unless you roll inconspicuous.
I feel like no, I won't expend the energy. He's not worth it.
Okay. So yeah,
I'll
so
be
Rava,
like, oh yeah, it's you.
he comes up and he's like, okay, I'm ready to go. Let's do it. And then he's like,
Rava,
Wait,
what
I
are you
don't
doing here?
have a sword. And he
Rava,
sort of
where's your
glances
sword?
over his shoulder, makes eye contact with Ragaire, and is like, you know, if that one's coming, yeah, I'll come find the spare with you. I don't need a sword.
Friend, I think you need something at the very
Something,
least.
yes.
You got anything else?
Yeah, he pulls out like
Also, how do you know our
he pulls out like
Ragaire?
a sword that's like been broke in half, and he's like, on second thought, I'm good. Let's go.
Okay. Do you know how to use a
Ragaire-
bow?
Probably.
Probably. Maybe we can find a spare bow because I don't know if that sword's gonna get you very far.
No, he's like, I got this sword. He has his arm around Ragaire, and he's like, okay, buddy, we're going bear hunting.
That's my spot.
Ragaire shrugs off this arm.
The only other thing is we could try and talk to Angar and maybe tend to his wounds real fast.
He was bleeding out in the shack you shoved him into.
Yeah, so maybe I'll try and maybe we should have a talking to Angar, see what he knows, since he's the most knowledgeable one.
You could mend his wounds with midwifery. Do you have that?
I don't have midwifery, no.
I have child rearing. I can use that.
Okay.
I have herbalism,
Okay.
Herbalism.
but I don't have the toolkit for that. so-
I have the skill of soothing, which can be used like
The song.
herbalism,
Oh.
and or I can use a spell song, which is lyric appealing. But
Perfect.
he's not worth that. We'll just use the skill of soothing, which is the same thing as herbalism.
Yeah. So you can. Yeah. I mean, he's.
Oh, and you
exactly where
probably
you
don't
left
need a
him.
toolkit for that, so it's probably better for you to
Just
do
got
it,
right here.
and I can help.
Oh, just call me Ariel.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think Ada's like, all right, so we're gonna be doing a little bit of hunting. First, we need a tiny bit more information. So let's go catch up with my good old not friend, Angar, who may also be bleeding to death. Ragaire, quick.
Ragaire is ready to get away from Robin, so he's like, "Yeah, sure, okay."
We need that elven medicine, at its elven tending at its finest. And she leads the way back to Angar. I don't think it's been too long, so hopefully he hasn't died yet.
No. I mean, he's
He's probably
like,
tending to his own wound a little
he's
bit.
trying to. Yeah. He's not very good at it.
Okay. Ada kicks down that door.
Door opens. Snow falls through some of the roof onto him, and you guys see this like sad middle-aged man trying to like keep himself from bleeding.
Ooh, this might be a great time to do some social skills if he's not feeling too well. He might have some die penalties.
Ragaire goes over to start healing him, and you're like, "Wait!"
Yeah,
You shut those vocal cords right now, you lady.
I'm like,
Put
Ada,
a
I
hand
thought
on
you wanted
Ragaire's
me
shoulder,
to-
and it's like whispers. It's like, first we gotta pump him for information first. You be good cop, I'll be bad cop. No, wait, you be bad cop, I'll be good cop. Okay. I think Ada kind of like puts her hammer in front of her. She's got like the head of the hammer on the ground. She's kind of leaning forward onto the hilt a bit, and so she's looking down at Angar, and she says, "Well, Angar, looks like trouble has finally caught up with you for all the misdeeds you've done over your life, but we've decided to maybe offer a little help if possible, because the rest of the townspeople don't deserve to suffer for all of your mistakes. Now, I think we need a little bit of help dealing with this problem of yours, though. So, first off, do you know anything about this bear?"
Okay. You can. I am assuming you don't have the interrogation skill open.
I don't have anything, or intimidation, or whatever.
Okay. So you could try to do that, or we could do a mini Duel of Wits.
Ooh.
That could be fun.
It's not a significant one, but it might be fun. We could do like the little short version.
Yeah, which is like half exponents, I think.
Yeah. It would be like
So it's,
two.
it's like 2 points, and
Yeah.
then it's done.
But if you
Yeah.
want to do that rather than using a skill you don't even have open.
That's probably a little better for me, even though I don't want to give him a concession is the only problem. What is interrogation normally?
Could you make it haggling?
Could I make it haggling? Technically, haggling is only supposed to be for the price of objects. As I re-looked at the skill because I was using it kind of in a very
It's like kind of loosey-goosey.
kind of loosey-goosey because I really like it, but it's only for prices technically. So interrogation, here it is. Okay. Obstacle is the current will exponent of the person being interrogated.
Mhm.
Let's see. I mean, I think interrogation could be good. How injured do we think he is? What's his wound die penalty right now?
It's probably bad.
Yeah.
It's probably at least -2 from MIDI, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's see. It would have been ob for base. Um, you. So he's wounded though, so that's probably 2. And then I think rivals make it so it's harder to use social skills against them. I think, right?
Not
Enmity
as far as I
clause.
know.
I think that is
Enmity
true for
clause
enmity clause.
does it. I don't know if your rival bit.
I don't remember seeing anything about it. Someone would have to check. I have a special trait that makes me harder to persuade or use soothing platitudes against, but
Okay. Well, I won't.
that's something else.
It's enmity would say it's +2. That seems like we won't do that. So we'll just say it's 1. So then it's op 3 total.
Oh, which is impossible. I can't do that because it would be ob 6 with the will base, and my will is 4. I do not have the ability to do that. Okay, so sounds like a mini Duel of Wits.
Can you
Changing
fork?
tactic?
Not into learning skills.
not
Not
learning.
into learning because it's a stat test
Yeah.
technically. So they could help me with other stats, or yeah, they can help with other stats.
Okay.
And skills, I think, actually, because you can help with stats or skills into stats, but not stats into a skill test. Very confusing.
Quite. Okay. So let's do
wanna-
just a quick Duel of Wits. We'll do a quick break so we can get it set up
Yeah.
and go through the
Yeah.
rules real quick. But then we'll be back and we'll kick that off. It'll be real short, but it might be real fun. So we'll
Cool.
be back in 10. And we're back, and Sean is ready to duel. We're going to do a mini duel. So the body of argument is just going to be our will, and Angar's is 4, and Angar's is 3.
Oh.
For
and
will?
yours is 4, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I'm at an advantage.
He's not very
I
willful.
know, yeah.
Part 2.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so we both pick a statement of purpose.
I have to go
Do
back all the
you-
way to the top.
Yeah.
Okay, statement of purpose.
Here's
You have to help me because this is a problem that you created. That's it. You have to tell
what do
me
you
everything
want?
you know.
Okay, there you go. And his is going to be his is going to be you are sympathetic to my plight.
Okay. Well, have you moved on to the terms? Or are you looking at state your case?
Oh, okay. State your case. Oh, describe why you're right. Okay, yeah. So his is going to be that he was only doing what was best for the village.
Okay. Worshipping a demon. All right. I mean, if that's what he thinks, that's fine. Okay, so
And then
he
his terms
thinks he
are
was...
you're sympathetic to my plight.
Okay, so yeah, his term will be that I'm sympathetic, and my term is that you will tell me everything you know.
Great.
Basically.
Okay.
I agree to these.
And what is your exact case? Not
My
just you cause this problem.
Is that your irresponsibility, led to people being injured, and obviously you're going down the wrong path. So you need to help me fix it.
Okay, perfect. So great. So how this works is we have volleys. So we each pick a card, and then do we pick all 3 at once, or is it one at a time?
all 3 at once.
I think
all
you
3
pick
at once,
all 3
and
at
then we
once
flip
for the
them one at a
round.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we flip them one at a time.
And they each have different interactions. It got a little bit complicated in the minutia, but eventually, you flip your card and you act out your part, and you can fork in things. Since you have your group, they can all help you with one thing during the volley.
They can help per volley.
Per volley.
Per card, basically.
Per card, okay.
Yeah.
But they can only ever get one test, so...
They can... Helping gives you a test, but interactions like this would normally give you a million tests. So they created the rule that you can only get one test for things like fight and Duel of Wits and blah, blah, blah. So it also accounts for me and for the helpers. They get to...
Yes. Okay. Perfect. So...
and then we have to agree to terms, which I guess we did. Then we'll just make a compromise at the end.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, great. And so we just pick our cards.
So now we get to plan.
Now, if we drag it in, great, it goes upside down.
It starts upside down. Yeah. So we're playing with literal cards on roll 20.
Literal cards.
That spin. It's not easy to show. It's not great to work with. But we're doing our best. So, let's see.
Okay. Is this visible, Abby?
I mean, to me, but not to them. Let me see if I can add it.
We can just say it.
I'm just gonna try really quick, and if it fails, then it'll be fine.
It's fine. We are Duel of Witsing off, with no prep. It's a dangerous game, but we're gonna do it. At least it's not fight. Whoa.
At least it's not by. Yeah, the worst comes to worst, I just have to help this guy, even though I freaking hate him. So it's fine. I really, really wish I could dismiss. I'm double checking. See if I have anything, but I don't. Okay, last one. What should I do? What should I do? You know what? This is what Ada would do. Okay, done.
Done. Okay, great. Ready to flip the
Oh.
first card.
Flip. Okay.
Okay, so he's gonna avoid your point. So I think
There we
it
go.
makes sense for you to go first.
Yes, I go first.
Mhm.
Okay, so, and I'm using persuasion as my main.
Are you the bottom
main-
cards, Sean?
Yes.
Yes, I'm the bottom, so I'm using persuasion as my main thing. Okay, so I've got my hammer in front of me, staring down at this injured man, and I look at him and I say, "You know that you've put lives at stake by thinking this demoness can help you, but any man worth his salt wouldn't believe that's the case. You are smarter than this, Angar." And let's see, I want to try and fork in some stuff, but I'm trying to think of what I can fork in. Let's see. Ooh. I'm gonna use like a blacksmithing, like idiom or something. I'm gonna be like, you can't make fine steel out of poor coal or something.
Famous
You've
blacksmithing
tried,
thing.
yeah, you've tried to make something, make gold out of lead. So this isn't.
What I am, an alchemist? I'm a blacksmith.
She's trying to speak blacksmith to blacksmith a little bit. And then let's see, do I also want to try and fork in falsehood of some kind? No, we'll just stick with blacksmithing. So she's going persuasion into blacksmithing for 3
Okay.
dice. If you'll
Perfect.
sounds good. Okay. Yours, is it a versus test for us, I guess? Because
I reduce your successes.
oh, you reduce my successes.
Yeah.
Okay. Base so I'll just put base up 0.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
All right, Angar, let's reduce those successes.
great. Yeah, I don't even think he has to do anything, but he's gonna be like, what did you say? He's like, you should know you can. If you can't make steel with poor coal, then you go out and you find your own coal and you make it work.
Make it work,
The
designers.
Tim
Make
Gunn
it work,
argument, the
blacksmiths.
Tim Gunn
And he's just like completely avoids you saying that he had any response. He's like, I was just doing what was best for the town. And
Okay.
I guess he rolls something.
Sure. We
Yeah,
can
you
see
have to
how it
roll
goes.
because I need to know what kind of test it is for me.
Mm,
Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
What is he using as his main?
You just use will.
Oh, he just used
straight up
will.
will.
Okay.
Mhm.
2. So is it 2 into 3?
Yeah.
I'll write
Great.
this down to
So-
figure out later.
Nothing changed. Great.
Nothing
next,
changed,
next
really.
card.
Okay. Ooh, point.
Ooh,
Rebuttal. So I go first.
Yes. So you make a point.
Well, before Logan rolls, Sean has to
Mm.
divide his dice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
you can role play your point in rebuttals and then say dice numbers if that's
Okay.
better.
Okay.
Okay. So you are a little like, I guess, taken aback by him completely avoiding your point. And then he just starts hammering home. He's like, I'm from this town. You're not. I know what's best for them. You don't. Martine is useless. He can't do anything. Clearly, Tudum doesn't care about us. It's winter. It's been winter for 6 months. There's no food. We're doing what we can. How do you know what we need to do? And he just starts hammering away at you. And he will use, let's see, he will just use a straight up persuasion. And he'll
Ooh.
fork in oratory.
Okay. Oh, you didn't have to roll yet. Okay, yeah,
I
don't
haven't
roll yet.
rolled.
Real quick though, while
Mhm.
he's saying all this, he thinks that maybe he sees like a little quirk of Ada's face, but she actually has the die trait blank stare.
Hmm.
So that's +1 to all persuasion and soothing platitudes against this character. She's got her game face on. She's used to haggling with the hardest of hagglers.
Nice.
So she's just perfectly stone faced, like
It throws
not
him off
just
a little bit, yeah.
staring into his soul. So I think that means I can add a +1 to, in this case, since I'm splitting up my die pools, I can pick one that I want to add a +1 to in this situation. Okay, so for my rebuttal though, let's see, what am I gonna do? I'm still using persuasion for that, and so I say, Angar, you think you know what's best, but obviously people have been getting hurt with, even despite your help, whatever it may be. And why do you think so many people have suddenly showed up in your little town? An elf, a man of the cloth.
Not an elf.
An elf, a man of the
Ooh, I
cloth,
look
a
around for the
knight,
elf.
Who's
as
that elf?
well as the tax collector, and little old me all in one go. You think nobody knows what you're up to around here? You think no one's heard anything? This is obviously a lie. Ada had no idea what was going on or anything, but she is gonna try and kind of get under his skin with that. Let's
Do you
see.
want help?
I would love a little bit of
Okay.
help on this.
I'll help you with kingdom wise. I'll be like, also, you say you think you know what's best for this town, but I've been a lot of places, and no place is as fucked as this place.
Wow, great. No place as messed up as this place. Okay.
Take it from me.
Is there anything else I can fork in? I need more stuff. I think we'll just go with it. We'll see what happens. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll split mine.
I guess
Two
you
and
get to know
two.
how many dice he has total.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah.
Great. Okay, so it's going to be 2, fork in 1, -2, 1.
Okay. So I'll put in. I have to put 1 in each.
You
Yeah.
have to put 1 at each.
So 1 in defense, which I'll also give the free ob to, because it'll make it not possible to succeed for him. And then I'll put 3 in my attack. So do you want to roll yours first, I guess?
Yeah.
How do you roll just die?
Logan set
Oh.
something up.
Oh, okay. Because I don't know how to split mine up, but I guess I'll just roll it under persuasion. I'm just gonna roll a d6 real fast. That'll be my defense die. So that was 1 success, but he didn't get any, so it's fine. And then I'll roll my attack under persuasion as with 1 help. So that should give me 3 die into base obstacles. 0, it's fine.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
3 successes. Does that take him out? I think
That does
zeroes
take him out, yeah.
I think it just ends. I don't think
Yeah.
it goes to the next volley.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Amazing. This is
That
very
was
good
really
for
good.
me.
Yeah.
Because it means I don't have to make any concessions. I
Yep.
don't
Yeah,
think.
you don't.
Okay. I have a little bit of a headache. I was really anxious for no reason, but like. Okay,
Funny.
so winning the Duel of Wits. Yeah, the terms the winning character sets forth at the outset of the duel must now be abided by. And they've won. Compromise. If your body of argument is reduced by a few points, you compromise. But it didn't. I didn't get mine reduced at all.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah. So I think my thing was he has to tell us everything he knows.
Okay. So he sort of clams up after you make this point, and then your backup's like, yeah, I've been a lot of places. This place sucks.
Also, all of us are armed to the teeth now.
Yeah.
I'm just like poking his wound.
It's like, you want that? You want that? Just
Does it
move
hurt
around
here? How about here? I'm not used to humans, so I just want to make sure.
It's like, aren't you a human?
Just forget I said that.
Okay, so you wanted him to tell you as everything.
Yeah, everything that he knows, I guess it was kind of specifically about the bear, but I think that'll lean into the cultism a little
Mhm.
bit. So whatever's going on over
Yeah.
there.
So he's like, you don't understand. It's been months and the ground hasn't thawed. We have no food. No one has anything to eat. We thought Tudum abandoned us. And so we turned to Tawarat, someone, I don't remember who, someone knew of this goddess that they thought could help us. And so at first it wasn't much. We started just praying, offering what little we had as sacrifice, and then this demon showed up. We all thought it had to be Tawarat, her wrath. We weren't doing enough, so it just escalated from there, and the bear kept coming. We don't know how to stop it. We've lost hunters to it.
Why did you not ask for aid? Why did you not go to the keep?
What, you think Lord Stravit would help us? Lord Stravit
He's your
hasn't been
best
down
hope?
here. He hasn't been down here in months. He has no help. He doesn't care about us. Martine's not much better.
Fine. We will take care of this. But just know, made the wrong choice, Angar. And you will live to regret it.
You think about what you did.
You'll live to regret it or die by your mistakes. She kind of tamps it down on her hammer down on the floor and says, "Heal him, Ragaire."
Use your voice now.
Tend to his wounds.
Ragaire is like, I don't do anything anyone tells me to do.
He's fucked now.
Please, and then her hard face breaks. She's like, "Please, Ragaire, come on."
Keep him
You
alive.
ruined the
keep him
dramatic
alive.
moment.
All right, fine. And I don't actually, I don't know, skill songs I don't know if I actually have to sing for, but I can roll skill of soothing to mend his wound in the same way that one uses herbalism.
Okay, and I'm sure there's a whole rule on how to do that.
There's a whole thing on tree wounds.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of
Stop
hard
the
since it's a
bleeding.
MIDI.
I think that's the minimum. I think I'm not trying to be. I'm like, yeah, you just stop the bleeding and your body regenerates.
Herbalism.
That's how this
Looks
works.
like it's ob 3 to use herbalism to stop the bleeding of a MIDI.
I only got 3.
Well, I would love to help.
Okay. You better
You
help
don't
me.
have tools, but you have an elf that can sing.
She's like living tools.
I'm like,
I think-
scalpel. Wait.
Yeah, I think she scrounges. Maybe she asks Brother Wirt if he has any like herbs or something. Like anything random he's picked
He's
up.
got bandages.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
he's got bandages. Yeah. We asked for just a couple of his bandages.
There you go.
Uh,
Toss some gauze your way.
yeah, I
Oh
wouldn't
my
be surprised if Ada tried to just picked up random
Oh,
herbs.
wait,
and
are you
stuff to make
using Song of
poultices.
Soothing?
Height.
Oh, it's ob 1.
Why?
It has its own section. It's ob 1 to do this.
For
Oh,
MIDI?
Perfect. Do you still want to help me?
Oh, well, if you're using an actual song, that's magic, so I can't help. If you're using a skill song,
It's
I think
a skill
I can.
song. Song of Soothing is a skill song.
Yeah,
Is
Song
skill
of
song?
Soothing has the same obs as herbalism. I see.
What? Oh, and this table,
Yeah.
it has its own section. Song of
Oh,
Soothing
look
is...
at this table.
What
And
is
it-
that table? Treatment? Oh, I was just doing stopping the bleeding.
Oh.
'Cause you-
Okay,
not really.
yeah, stopping the bleeding is probably easy.
Yeah, because he's bleeding, but like he's
Staunch the flow.
not.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's good.
I would still like to help. Yeah,
Okay.
you never know what's gonna go wrong.
You never know what's gonna go
I
wrong.
still need
so-
routine tests for herbalism. What are you
Ooh,
talking about?
I could use child rearing.
Yeah, you can. It's much harder with just
What is
child rearing.
Chirurgy? I don't know what chirurgy is.
Chirurgy, I think, is like a
Chirurgy?
dwarf one.
It's
or
a
something?
dwarf
Surgery,
specific
yeah.
healing thing, but yeah, it's the Greek word for surgery, basically.
Song of Soothing is better at stopping bleeding than surgery is? Okay. Seems a little
Yeah.
low P.
It's
That's
magic.
fine. It's magic.
It's magic. Okay, so are you helping me, Abs? With
Sean wanted to
childbirth?
help you. Oh, I
Okay.
could.
Yeah, I mean, we
mean-
can get as much help as we want, technically. It just changes the type of test it is.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want my help, you can have it, but you don't have to have it if you don't want it.
It's fine. We'll do it on our own. Okay, cool. And we said Ob 1.
It takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
That's not too long. That bear is probably making big tracks.
Noise.
Just barely.
Yeah, that's
Good thing I helped.
Good thing you helped.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. So you sing his wounds back together. It's a 10-minute song. Everyone claps quietly at the end of it.
Yeah, you don't get
Beautiful.
wonderment from skill songs, so I think everyone's okay.
That's lucky.
I didn't have to
Otherwise, I
send you out
wouldn't
of
be
the
able to
room.
help. Okay.
All right, now I'm like, okay, you're done. I like pick him up and I put him on his feet and I slap him on his back.
Don't hit him too hard. You just stop the bleeding. He might just pop
Yeah,
back
don't want to
open.
open that back up. Yeah.
Okay. Let's find that bear. Or can we fix our wounds while we have a second?
Yeah, you can. Let's see.
They're superficial.
Superficial, you have to pass an Ob 1 health test. If successful, the pain fades immediately. If failed, it remains throbbing for 10 minus 4 in hours. So it's not so
Ooh.
bad.
Oh, it's just a health test?
Yeah.
Or it looks like you can do a treatment for it, technically. Which is just one across the board.
Yep.
So I don't know.
I can use, yeah, we really want me to get singing on you. I can sing Lyric of Healing, which is a spell song, which increases, I think, your chances, your successes.
I don't think it matters anyway. I have a health of 5, so I'm sure.
Yeah, you
I'm
should be
pretty
okay.
sure I'll be okay with that.
Okay.
Depends if I wanted to try and get another test in, but I don't think I feel like risking it right this second. So I'm just gonna make a health test.
Yep, and it's Ob 1 because it's a superficial.
Whew, okay, good. That's gone.
And Logan, I'm assuming my shrug it off has worn off.
Yep.
Okay.
should
Then
probably
I
do
would
it
also
too.
like to do that too.
Just work out the kinks a little bit. Massage the shoulders.
Mhm.
Rub the
I'm
forehead.
like, yes.
Did you guys bonk heads? Isn't
We
that how you
bonked
got it?
heads. We re-bonk heads, but on the other side, in the
Uh-huh.
back.
Mm.
so
Reset
that,
your
like-
chakra.
Yeah.
Even that out.
Whoa!
Lord.
You have 7 health? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
She bonks you back real good.
Yep.
That was enough to recover from a traumatic wound.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's really,
And you
really
got
funny.
3 6s, so you could probably recover from a mortal wound if you spent one phase.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just let that bear
That's
have ya.
crazy.
I'm a hardy
Too
had
funny.
to heal on my own a lot.
Oh, jeez, okay, that's so funny.
Okay.
How long does it take? Probably not that. I think you can do it near instant with that roll.
Yeah,
but...
I mean it. It doesn't say a time. needed. I don't think.
Probably just
the
couple
longer
minutes.
ones take more time, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
I mean, probably just as we're walking back maybe to the bridge or something.
Yep.
Oh yeah, to recover, a character must rest. You can travel, study, or converse, but not fight or adventure. So you can't recover like in battle, which makes sense.
You're like, wait! Don't hit me right now.
I need a pool bandage.
I gotta do a health test.
I'm out.
We tell the bear that real fast.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so you guys have recovered. Are you bringing Angar, or is he staying?
No, I'm not bringing him anywhere. He can stay in the town.
Okay, perfect.
I've given him a stern talking to, and he's not looking so good.
Okay, so you are back at the bridge. What are you doing now?
Is the Woached? Are they like supposed to guard the city?
No, the Welsh is purely like a civil.
They're not
the
like
mayor.
the watch people.
No.
Okay.
This town does not have a watch.
Okay, fantastic.
They probably had a couple hunters.
Is this other guy
might be
coming
all
with
dead.
us?
Rava? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he has
Okay.
not left. Not left Ragaire's side.
Do I know who he is?
I don't think maybe you've heard, in the time you've been here, you've heard about him.
Okay. But he's not
That's probably
notable. Okay.
No, probably not really. Okay, yeah,
I'd like
you're at the
to
bridge.
track that bear.
You'd like to track that bear. Okay. It is going to be an OB 3 tracking test.
Okay. I would argue that I have a bonus because it was bleeding.
That is with the bonus.
It's a giant
Oh,
bear.
Lord.
What are you talking about?
Bears are sneaky.
I could help with observation.
I mean, I have tracking and orienteering and stealthy, so and hunting.
Yeah,
So-
I'm
you'll
sure
be
you
fine.
can do this.
OB 3 is still really high. Feels for a bleeding bear. Okay, so I'll do tracking.
I love how we were like, we're not gonna fight this bear, and now we're like, we're gonna.
Let's go fight this bear!
Well, now it's wounded and I have a bow, so that gives us a big advantage to some extent.
Yeah.
Okay, so tracking, which is base 2. I'll fork in orienteering, hunting, and stealthy.
Yeah.
Does all sound fair? Okay, so that's 5. Does someone want to help just for the sake of getting in on the fun?
Yeah, I mean, I can say some holy words and give you some help in a couple of different ways. I can either make your ability open-ended. I think is interesting. Lasts until the end of the scene, so it could potentially have a rolling effect if we get something where we have to do more tracking. Or I can just give you a +1 D to the roll.
I'll take either or. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, let's go with a boon because that's new. We haven't done that yet. That's going to be a faith roll from me. It's OB 2.
That I feel like that's the best one, and it's
pretty
only
solid.
OB 2. That's crazy.
I mean, you have to roll a 6, but
That's true. Okay. Yeah. So that's now open ended.
Well, okay, to be fair, it says the divine will can render a pure spirit of remarkable. The pure of spirit remarkable and potent. This prayer makes one ability until a scene is completed. Pronounce the ability in the task when the prayer is spoken. That doesn't say if it applies to other people. I would assume it could, but that might not be the correct interpretation.
I mean, all your other stuff can be applied to other people, right? Feels like.
Yes.
Or does this just affect yours?
well, I think we just need to decide and stick with it, or change it if it
We'll
seems
say
inappropriate.
it can. Yeah, you can use it for now, and then I'll read up about it because that's pretty big. But we'll say you can open end his hunting or his trekking.
Okay, so checking is now open-ended. Can I do that in the
Yeah, if you check,
put a
there's like
star
a
in
little,
it.
star
yeah.
for
Yeah.
for now? Okay. Cool. And then anybody else want to help with an actual thing or no? Sounds like a no. Okay, I'll roll those
I'm keeping
die.
my eyes on this Ravadren character.
Okay, 2 plus 3. It's open-ended. 3.
Whoa.
Wow, I rolled really good in the
Yeah.
open-ended
I
helped.
think you did it.
I think you did it.
Hey.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, it's pretty easy to track this bear. It seemed to sort of be limping, and it wasn't like bleeding profusely, but you can follow the bits of blood that you do see. It goes a while. You pass a couple things. You can see like not on this trail, but you're like, that seems suspicious. You see like a beaver dam that's just been mangled and destroyed. You find like a hunter's lodge off in the distance, and you're like, what is that? And you like go up to it, and it's just sort of been shattered. There's no sign of a hunter, but like the lodge has been destroyed. An entire wolf pack has been slaughtered.
What?
Oh my.
We find what? The dead carcass of like 10
12,
wolves.
12 wolves, yeah.
Oh my
just sort
God.
of dead.
Okay.
And then you can sort of
It hasn't eaten any of this stuff. It's just killing things.
correct. And then so you can track it up to, I don't know how close you want to get, but you can eventually use sort of like,
Just to sight, probably.
you don't see the bear, but you can see a cave, and you can see the trail does go up into the cave. This is sort of a ways off. I think you've been going for about an hour at this point. And it's sort of like further into the wilderness, into the foothills of this mountain. And you see this cave that the path clearly leads into.
Fighting in a cave seems like a bad idea.
Mhm.
We can get it out here. I'm
Cave
sure
in.
We can
Cave
it'll
in.
be easy to lure.
cave in. If we had a good way to cause a cave in. That sounds like a
Let's
major miracle if I heard one.
see.
Yeah. I think that's the best I've got to contribute to that situation.
Ragaire, you have good elf eyes.
Yes, I do.
You can't make it out, but there's weird symbols on this cave.
Okay. I feel like when we get to the edge of the clearing, I like maybe Ravadren like takes a step forward, and I like hold my hand out and I catch him by the wrist. I'm like, don't go there. And I'm like, there's something written all over this cave. It's not normal.
He squints. He's like, I don't see any writing. I think you're just scared of this bear.
It's like, that's definitely not it.
You are so wrong.
You're so wrong. I hate you. And he's like, I think he like looks over and he's like, Wirt, can you tell what that says? Can you see what I'm seeing? I think there's some weird demon magic
Demon magic.
up ahead.
Yeah, so you are still far. So I don't think someone might be able to look at them from this far, but the ob would be a little higher.
Okay. If we wanted to get it closer.
Yeah, but you guys can definitely see that there is something painted on this cave.
Painted
Right.
not by bears.
Painted not by bear.
So that's an artistic bear.
He
I've
comes
never
out in
seen
a
such an
smock,
interpretive
and he's like,
work.
I just love the color of this cave.
He's using the wolf's blood as paint.
He just really wanted that pigment. He wanted to get it from live wolves.
Okay. Well, we could try and pull out the bear into the open and deal with it, or we could investigate the cave stealthily. I think it's gonna be hard in the cave.
I
Very
don't know
dark.
how stealthy us in armor here are going to be.
Yeah.
Clank,
Okay.
clank, clank. What do you say?
Then someone needs to draw out that bear while I
Rava
set
Dren, why
myself
don't
up
you
for
go?
some shots.
I'll draw out this bear. No problem.
Okay, wait, how you gonna draw the bear
Boy.
out?
I am going to not walk up that close, to a little bit out into this. I assume there's like a mini clearing.
Sort of, yeah.
I'm just gonna yell into this cave
Mhm.
aggressively
Okay.
and like bang my sword on some on my armor and
Okay.
make a bunch of loud noise.
Got it. And so your intent is to get the bear to come out. And you're doing it by doing that
My intent is to get the bear to come out
with its arms up.
with its arms up.
We've got you surrounded, bear.
I would like for the bear to come out and not at an appropriate speed in that I can rejoin the group. I don't want it to just like rush out and maul me.
Okay, that's important. I
Yeah.
think.
You want to pique the bear's interest,
Yes.
but not
Yes.
enrage him.
Yes.
And so what are you gonna? What do you?
Intimidation?
Yeah, that would
Okay.
work.
What's the ob?
Probably the bear's will.
Okay, which is 4, you said?
4.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fork and sword because I'm using my sword to make
Yeah, you're
noise.
banging it
Okay.
around.
I'll fork and sword and conspicuous.
Can Wirt help with oratory? I'm sure speaking to crowds, you have to be quite loud. So do
Project
something
bear
to
noises.
project bear noises into the cave. Something like that.
I don't
We'll say
think
yes.
I need help.
Oh,
You don't
need
think?
help?
Okay.
I don't think.
She don't
Okay.
need no help.
I'm fearless.
Very
Is it a
well.
versus test?
No, it's just versus its
Oh,
will.
God.
Just versus will. That's rough.
Intimidation. I'll spend a
can-
persona.
Ada,
Oh
like,
my
try
God.
and
She
make
doesn't need help.
sure
I don't need
she's positioned for a good shot. I was thinking, like, climbing a tree or something.
Yeah.
It says an easy climb is up 1.
I think you can just climb a tree.
Okay, I can just climb it. Perfect. I'll take it. I'm up in that tree, bow drawn, arrow knocked.
Okay.
Or maybe not drawn, but arrow knocked for sure.
I feel like I'm sticking close to Brother Wirt because I feel like he's the most bear vulnerable.
Brother Wirt is very much not close to this game.
Oh, I have no. I mean, I guess I
Yeah.
have my sword drawn because I am banging it around. Okay, great.
Yep.
Yes.
Good job. Wow.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah. So you're banging around. You're not really getting your hits attention. Then you call it a dumb bear, and it roars in anger. Comes sort of charging out of the cave, lumbering out. You can see it's sort of limping. One of its legs is clearly broken. And you said you wanted to run back to the group?
I don't want to engage with it. I want to
Okay.
rejoin the group so that we can all engage in melee once it gets there. But I think Ada is going to take some pot shots first.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
How do we want to do that?
Is there like a small range and cover?
Not really. I mean, you could make me make just some bow tests.
Bloody versus.
I mean, you could, I guess. The problem is I'm out of range of the bear,
that's
so
true.
you could use bloody versus, but the bear would just only be able to defend.
Let's see. We'll say that the bear, like, we'll say you can just do like these little shots at it as it's getting to the group, and we'll say you could maybe get 2 shots at it before it gets to the group.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a limited amount of shots or attempts.
And we'll just use like the bloody versus, but it won't be able to attack, so it'll just be defending.
Okay. Cool.
Does that make sense?
I
Does
guess,
that
yeah.
sound kosher?
Yeah, seems good enough. I don't remember exactly how bloody versus works, so that's the only thing I'm fuzzy on.
Yeah, great. It's just a versus. You use your weapon skill, divide it into 2 pools.
And I don't have to worry about defending.
No.
Yeah.
Advantages. So you have
Longer of a weapon.
Sure. Plus, you can have +1 for that, I would say. Armor doesn't matter.
I
He's
also
probably less
specifically
mobile.
wanted to get a better shot,
Yeah,
top
so
down shot.
you can fork in like that. You can get a general advantage from that. What's your reflexes?
My reflexes are 4.
4. Okay, so it's also 4, so nothing. And then stride,
7. So
it's 8, so it'll have a +1, and then you can have your general as well.
Okay, so I've got +2 from that stuff. Can I fork in hunting into my bow?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so that puts me at a lot. Okay, so
It's a little weird because it's still rolling its weapon, but it's just defending, so it's a little
Yeah,
strange,
I mean, I imagine it's dodging, sees the
Yeah.
arrow and it tries to bat it out the way.
Mhm. Okay, so it has 5 + 1 -1, so it's just rolling 5 to defend.
Okay, and I'm rolling, I think, 5 to attack because I've got 2 + 3.
Okay.
Cool. So I'll add, or no, wait, I've got a 3 in bow, and then you gave me 2 extra die from the situation, and then I forked in hunting, so I'm actually at 6. Okay.
Oh, and it's on ground, so it has an odd penalty because it's snowy.
Mm.
But you don't have that, so it actually does matter.
Yeah. Okay, but that'll just be added to my total at the
Successes,
end.
yeah. Yes.
Okay. Base ob. I guess I won't. I'll consider myself the aggressor, so I'll just go for it. Okay, 3.
Good job.
And it, so 4, I guess, for its ob.
Yeah.
Successes in the defense pool subtract from the opponent's attack successes. So.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
As long as you have 1 at the end, you do damage, right?
I guess yes.
Did it go through?
Not
that we
seeing
see.
Nope.
it.
Okay, great.
Did I get
0
any
damage.
6s?
Great.
I did.
Yeah, you did, but you don't need it because arrows, you don't have to get extra successes, I believe.
True.
Okay, so it got 2, so you have 1 success.
So I have 1 success with my. So I guess that counts as 1 hit. We'll just say. I think
Yeah. What weapon do you have? A hunting bow?
it's a hunting bow.
So then
So I roll
a die of fate.
a die of fate. Yes. And we'll see.
Takes
that's not what
5 actions to knock and draw a bow.
It's ridiculous. Don't even get me. An actually good archer could do it so fast.
Okay, so
Okay,
you
so
get
1. So that's just incidental.
Yep.
So it's a B4 wound.
Yep.
A B4 wound.
And I have versus armor 1. I don't know if it's considered to have any armor. Okay.
So if that is less, then it's superficial.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It counts as a bruise.
Does a bruise matter?
There's no penalty associated with a bruise. It looks
I guess
like,
if you have
so.
3 bruises.
I think if
I
you
guess
get
if you
3
fill up
bruises in the
bruises,
same
yeah.
spot,
Mhm.
it becomes the
that's
next
true.
level.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Is that
Perfect.
going to happen? Probably not.
So you can go ahead and we'll just do the whole thing again.
Do that whole thing again. Okay. Okay.
It got 3.
Nice. Oh, I thought that was Sean's. No.
That was it. I got distracted. I was looking at my bow. Okay. Back to my bow skill. Bow skill with +3. Do I want to put in a persona? Yes. Let's do it. So that's 3 from Helps Force Advantage, 1 from Persona, base ob.
You might. Well, I won't. No, you're fine. We're gonna fight this bear that does mortal wounds, so you might save your persona, but you can spend it if you
I'm
want.
in a tree. You
Okay.
guys are much more in danger than
That's
I am. You're much, much, much more in danger.
Whoa!
Hmm.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, roll 5 or 6 on this die of fate, please.
Now you got 2 6s.
I did. I feel like if I get re-roll those and I get more successes, can we?
I don't
Wait, does
know
it-
I
if
don't
more
think that can help
successes
me.
affect range.
Oh, it doesn't increase your die of fate that you roll?
Oh,
I
it
think it
does.
Can.
Successes over the obstacle with a missile or thrown weapon that are not allocated to aiming. Oh, I guess they are aiming. Okay. Give a bonus to the die of fate roll. 1 extra success +1. Doubling the obstacle gives +2. Tripling is +3.
So I mean, I already was over the obstacle, but technically it reduces my successes to 1.
Which
So if
is
you
what
got
you need.
2 more successes,
If
you
I got
get
2 more
6.
successes,
Yeah.
you know what? I'll try. Let's do that fate die. How do we do this?
Just roll 2 6s. I just rolled two dice
Just
and then
2
keep
dice.
going.
No. Well, I messed that up completely.
No!
Okay.
Okay.
Let me fix my fate, and I'll roll another. This will be the die of fate
Yeah.
for the bow.
Ugh.
Ah,
This is a tough bear.
tough bear.
This
Okay,
bear,
perfect.
man.
this is
So
bad.
now we could do just a bloody versus rather than break out the big fight rules.
I feel like that's scarier.
Which one?
A bloody versus.
Is it?
I feel like it. Maybe not, though.
Wait, oh.
How are we gonna do that with a bunch of people?
They could all help. So you'd pick the best one and then everyone could help.
I have a 4 in sword.
I have a 5 in sword.
I think I have a 2 in shield training.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, if you open-ended their sword, that could make a big difference.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
can. Abby, is your sword open ended?
No.
Because I can sing the Song of Sword and I can do it obtuse, singing blade. I make your target sword have an open ended die. Roll.
Nice. Yeah, just buff me up. Let me in there.
But there's the whole like when I sing I cause wonderment, so there's that.
My hesitation
situation.
is pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, I have 8 steel, so
Okay.
She's given birth. She's got
Yeah.
steel.
Got that steel, yo.
Just tested that metal.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so Sarah will
yeah.
make it open-ended with her song, and I will.
and the bear will have to check hesitation too, probably.
For wonderment, yeah. Cool. So I will go ahead and do that, and I can't fork anything in because it's a spell song. Bummer.
Do we want to bust out the big guns and pray for a miracle, or just give you +1 die, Abby?
Praying for a miracle sounds like it could go wrong.
It also sounds like it could go very far.
That's true.
I mean, a miracle would be very good.
Uh-oh.
No.
Well, that's okay. At least we don't get wondered, maybe.
So
That's true.
failure for spell songs. Is there
Yes.
special rules
No,
for that?
it's not like faith.
Is it just a normal failure?
I mean, I guess the closest would be like magic, but doesn't quite make sense because they're like magical creatures. So I don't really understand how it would backfire on them.
There's no tax or spell failure like sorcery.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I mean,
See
it could just be a
individual spell
time.
song.
She
Oh,
could be too
does it
busy
have-
doing this.
Yeah, it does have a time associated with it, so let me see what the length of the song is. Sword song. Song
Like,
of
she
the
might not
sword.
be able to help with any other die for a while.
Obstacle ×1, so that must
Oh,
be
because
plus
you're supposed to pick something that you're doing.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I picked open ending her dice, which is
Oh.
ob2.
2, perfect.
It takes 2 actions to do that.
Yeah. So
Oh, wow, that's very fast.
Yeah.
we'll just say that you can't help her because you're busy doing that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it doesn't succeed either. She's just singing.
I'm just singing to
Just
myself.
singing. She's humming the words to herself. Okay. Let's go through the little advantages and stuff and see how many dice
Yeah.
everyone's rolling. And then everyone can see how they want to help. Okay. So it's base 5.
Mm-hmm.
What is your
I also
weapon
have
skill?
base 5.
Okay. You have the longer weapon, so you get a plus 1d.
Okay. So I'm at 6.
It has versus armor,
3?
and you are an armored opponent.
Yes.
It's using claws, so it just has versus armor 2.
Okay. I also get to defend because I have the light mail on. It gets benefit to attack. I get benefit to defend.
Oh, so that's like the next section?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Because it gets 1d per point of versus armor.
Yes.
So I'm
Um,
at 6 attack. It's at 6 attack. I guess we
Well,
both
you
have
can split them
1d.
however you
Yeah,
want.
Yeah.
And then it'll get plus
Mm-hmm.
2 to its attack.
Okay.
You get plus 1 to your attack. Yeah. Okay. Higher reflexes.
What's my?
It has 4.
reflexes? 4.
Okay. And then it has probably longer stride.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fork in brawling.
Okay.
I don't have anything else.
I don't think it has anything to fork in. So. Mm-hmm.
In the prayer divine intervention section, there is also hindrance as an option. So when the enemies of the faith rush forward, they may be temporarily immobilized. The effect lasts for actions equal to half the priest's faith exponent. So how does that hesitation impact bloody verses?
It doesn't really.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That
that's
could be like a die here and there. Or an ob. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's not broken down into actions
Okay.
at this point.
Yeah. This is just like the culminating of the whole fight.
Mhm.
But if you wanted to do that, that could be an aid, I'd imagine. Like a help.
yeah, I think blessing is what I'm gonna go for here. It's just an ob 3 plus 1d to her sword stat.
Okay.
Sorry, skill. Sword skill.
Mhm.
So that's a roll of faith from me.
Bum, bum, bum.
Nice.
Yay!
3 successes against an ob 3. That will succeed.
Okay. So let's see. It's going to just split it evenly, and then it gets an extra 2 to attack, and then it has stride, so it'll do an extra 1 to defend. So it's going to roll 4 attack, 3 defend.
4 attack. 3 defend. And how many dice do I have? I have 5 plus brawling plus 1 from faith. So the same. Oh, plus 1 from longer weapon.
What does add mean in a weapon?
That's to change the location when you hit someone, which is only in
I
fight.
Got it.
Or to add power to an attack.
think it's to add power to an attack.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
But you would, I mean, when we apply wound results, that'll come into play.
Mhm.
5, 6, 7, 8. So I have, oh geez, 7 dice total. Plus 1 to attack. Plus 2 to defense.
The sad part is this is easier than fight.
Yep.
This is infinitely easier than fight.
So I'll do, I mean, if I did like,
Is it better to draw it out?
fight, it's over after this regardless. So it doesn't get drawn out.
Mhm. Well, you could.
Yeah, but you getting wounded is very
No,
bad.
I know. But it's only putting 4
Could you
into
do it
attack.
carefully?
I like to patiently fight this bear.
If
I feel like you need 3.
if one of us hits and the other doesn't, it's over. If both of us hit, then we have to do other things to decide how it ends. But it
Yeah.
could go for another round.
So I think, oh geez, I think I do 5 in defense, which is +3 there. So then that gives me a 5 and a 5. Does that sound good versus a 4 and a 3?
Yeah.
I
Good,
can't
that'd be a
help because I'm
stretch,
still
but-
singing, right?
Or I could do a
Yeah.
4 and a 6.
Oh, what's his face will help you too.
Yeah, is there any way I can help, like taking pot shots or nah, probably not. Or like
Probably
trying
not.
to shout weaknesses?
No, I think you were busy taking your shots at it before it got there. But what's his face?
No, it was
Rava
useless.
Mm-hmm.
will give you
Give me an extra die.
Yeah.
So I'll do 5 attack, 6 defense.
Yeah, okay. I guess he was gonna only give it to attack, but you could just shift another one
Yeah.
over. So it doesn't matter.
Okay. Then I'm splitting my pool evenly 4 and 4.
That's what I did because I didn't want to think about it.
Yep.
Except it still requires a lot of thinking.
Okay.
Okay, so attacks.
Yep.
I'm rolling 4 dice.
I'm rolling 5 dice.
Whoa,
Wow.
that's great.
That
Oh
is
my
great.
gosh.
Okay.
Okay, and now defense. I'm rolling 3.
I'm rolling 6. Nice.
Well, you hit.
Nice.
And you just
Close.
Wow.
You went for where your arm should
Oh.
have been, and then you
I'm
were like,
so glad.
I know that
you
would have
all
been
that help.
horrible.
It's a lot of 6s too.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
wanted to, I don't know. I guess there's no doing more damage, right?
No, I could get add.
apply
Oh, that
would
is
result.
yeah.
You have 2 6s in your
In my attack. Yeah, that's
your
good.
attack.
So you beat the ob by 1. So now additional points can be used to increase the damage.
Yeah, you'd probably have to get
What do
2
I need, add
extra
2?
successes. Yeah, you always need add 2.
Well, it depends on the weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I know
I
for a
have
fact
long
swords are 2.
Add
Okay.
2. Yeah. I mean,
So you have to get 2 successes on 2 dice.
otherwise it's just incidental, right?
No, I think it counts as. Oh yeah, I guess it just counts as everything starts as incidental.
I'll do it.
I mean, what's your incidental damage?
Whatever longsword is.
Well, it's plus your power. It should be in your sheet.
Oh, yeah. I'll call that.
Because it better be more than like 6.
It's not in my sheet because I didn't add it,
Okay.
but I can figure it out in a second. I'll roll those 2 dice. Nope.
Nope. Okay. Perfect. We're just gonna abstract this because I don't want to look up the weapon dice rules. Okay, so you guys sort of gang up on this bear. It's injured already. Someone's taking pot shots at it from the tree, and there's like 3 of you versus this bear. You guys play it safe, so it takes a while, but no one gets hit by the bear, and eventually you can sort of like someone. I don't know. How do you envision you almost killing it?
But it escapes. I think if Ragaire is still singing and
Mhm.
Wirt is like preaching, Ada's taking
Nervous
pot
preaching in the
shots from
background.
it, and I can like move around it and like try to disable its legs, like slash at its like ankle areas
Mhm.
to hopefully just make it fall.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Easy enough. You
Incapacitate.
do that. and then it is sort of unable to. It's maybe up on its hind legs, and then you slash at it, and it falls down, and sort of starts like trying to get back to its cave, but it is not doing great, and you can like, it's not able to be fighting anymore. But you can like look at it. It looks rough, and not just from what you've done to it. But now you can see sort of like what Brother Wirt had seen earlier of like it looks messed up. Like its eyes are glazed over. There's like veins in it, and you can see like it's drooling this sort of black stuff, and its tongue
Yummy.
is very like its tongue is just black. And like you can see like its pulse in its face veins, and it's like I don't know how to describe this without it being just overtly terrible. But you can see its pulse, and you can also see that its pulse is like very slow, like its blood is very thick.
That's gross.
And then it's just sitting there, sort of like looking up at you with
It's a
some emotion.
reanimated bear.
Can I kill it? Yeah.
You can kill it.
I just want to like drive my sword into its brain.
Great. You do
You
that.
hear a little like whoop whoop. And some shuffling as she starts climbing down, snow falling from the tree. Make her way over.
I think Wirt is gonna like draw up all of his robes around himself and grab a stick and like walk over to the bear. Just kind of like poke and see if he can get any of the veins to like ooze anything, or try to get a sense of what is going on with this bear's blood.
Yeah, I mean, it bleeds, like especially from its wounds. Like you can see it's bleeding like normal. It just like maybe looks a little thick. But who knows, maybe it just had thick blood. If you wanted to actually like dig into it and figure out what's wrong with it, it'll be an Ob 3 taxidermy, hunting, or butchery test.
Ooh, I'm
Oh my
hunting.
god.
I'll probably need a lot of help though.
Yeah, I can assist with observation.
Let's see. I have hunting 2.
I could assist with knives.
Ooh, cutting in clean, getting the clean cuts in there.
I'm not gonna let any of that blood touch anybody.
Let's see. I don't think I have a good fork. I was gonna say, could I fork in herbalism? They're like, this ain't no blood I've ever seen before.
I don't think that'll work this time.
Okay.
Now, I am contractually obligated to tell you that the consequence for a failed roll is you will become infected.
It's not
Oh,
worth
I
it.
don't like
Oh
that.
no, we don't like that.
Okay, I think Ada walks on over and is like, whoa, okay. That is not a normal bear. Do not touch that. I don't like the look of that. Clean your sword off. Don't touch it. Clean it off in the snow or something.
Stick it in a fire for a while.
Yeah, we'll get back to the forge and we'll sanitize that ish. Okay.
Can I go do like an observation roll on this cave?
Yeah, I mean,
I want to see. There's
the
no one
actual
else
cave.
there.
No, it's a very shallow cave. It looks like it's just a normal bear cave. You can see that there's some like bedding that it's dragged in there. It's just a normal cave. The only thing unusual is the symbols, which I mean they're not hidden at all. You can see them, but if you wanted to decipher them, it'll be a symbology roll.
Oh god. No, but I
Time to
will
open
remember
up a
what
new
the
one.
symbols are. I think. I guess I'll just kind of be like, yes.
Yeah, I think let's sketch them out, right? Let's actually draw out the symbols on a scrap of parchment or something, so we have reference for it later.
Does anyone have the writing skill?
I do.
have
do.
in script.
I think
We're
for
all
once
so
all
good
of
at
us can write.
Perfect. Okay,
We can
then
all write.
you can do it. Just fine then. You can take your time. All of you are like, no, you're writing it wrong, and then they.
No,
you
it's a
all rewrite
line,
it.
not a squiggle.
But yeah, there's a couple of them, but you get the most of them written down, so you could look at them later.
Ooh.
I think we should take these
Should
to
we
the abbey.
burn
There's
this
probably
bear?
I think we should burn
instead.
this bear.
Probably.
I think we should try and burn this bear.
With fire, a dead tree or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Grab,
Foraging.
start getting a bunch of firewood and set that bear on fire.
Yeah, you guys can. I mean, there's no pressure at this point, so you can do that
Yeah.
carefully. You can.
While they're building the fire, I do want to go in this cave carefully.
Yeah, it's fine. You walk in. It's not very
Um,
deep, so it's maybe like a 6-foot deep cave.
It's
quite shallow.
empty. There's not like black goop all over the cave walls or anything like that. It's just a cave.
It would look like a totally normal cave. The only thing out of place is the symbols.
Okay. Weird.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do with this cave or with the bear that's being burnt alive? Not alive, burnt dead.
Burnt dead.
Burnt undead.
Burnt dead.
I want to make sure it does not come back.
Would there be a roll to be made to, like, I don't know if there would be like a secret cave bit in this cave?
A secret cave bit in the cave.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be. Do you have cave lore? Probably just perception.
Perception? Okay.
Yeah.
Just ob 0. Okay.
Well. Okay, I'll give you this. You can decide this. I will give you big time information.
Oh, big time information.
But it's going to be ob 3.
Okay.
And you might accidentally get poked by a spare needle in the cave.
What is this? Tales from the Loop?
I don't like this at all.
No. I don't.
Said ob
I'm
3
so
for perception
tempted.
test.
Yeah.
If you fail this, you'll have to make a fort test. But since you're not actually doing anything, it'll be easier than the normal fort test.
Is it resistance to poison?
No.
Fort test? Oh, darn.
I want to do
Don't
it.
like
I'm
this.
gonna do it.
Okay.
Oh God.
We're just burning the
It'll be
bear.
fine!
He's back there.
Okay. Perception. I'm gonna spend a persona. No. I'm scared. Grit your teeth. Cheat death and alter the consequences of severely failed roll. Okay. I'm gonna inspect this cave. I'm gonna do it carefully. To get an extra die. Okay. I can't fork anything in. I guess I'll spend my persona. Seems questionable. Somebody want to help me?
I think I would like to stay far away from this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can we help you if it's a stat?
Yeah.
You have to use a stat to help us.
And you have to share in the consequences,
You
right?
do have to share in the consequences.
Join me.
How many do you have?
6.
Yeah, I'll give you some of my perception.
Okay. Like, Ragaire, get in here.
I move very slowly.
Be careful, kids. Don't play with sharp objects.
If you see anything speeding at you like a needle,
This is
avoid
gonna be
it.
great. It's gonna be
Abbey.
great.
You're gonna get this. Your rolls are fire.
Do not curse me with that word.
Good fire.
Fire.
I believe
Okay.
Oh, we're setting a fire right now.
Ob 3.
Ooh, the body explodes. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm glad I helped.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, wow. Nail biting. Wow.
This is really a routine perception
Oh!
test. All of our stat
Yep.
tests, man.
Oh, I love that so much. Okay. You, you're rooting around in this cave. There's like I don't know, a spare needle. And Ragaire's about to like poke their finger on it. And you're like, no, don't do that. Like, you're right, I shouldn't do that. But you look around and sort of like shoved in the back of the cave. Not hidden, but it looks like it was placed there purposefully, and you wouldn't really notice it. Is a little token, like an idol almost, and you recognize it because you've seen something like it before. And it is sort of used by one Gutrang
Mm.
to do whatever it is he does. And so you have like a flashback of him sort of like drawing this onto your arm before
Yeah.
extreme pain, and you no longer have an arm.
Yeah. Fantastic. Is it? Can I take it?
Yeah, it's just like a little.
like it's not a murder idol.
Well, nothing, you know.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'll pick it up.
Perfect.
Throw it
Okay,
in the
so then she comes waltzing out of the cave.
Like,
"Look what
hey
I
guys,
found."
look at this.
I didn't get stuck by anything in there. It's fine.
It's a weird
And
cave. Creepy cave.
with that-
Needles.
We'll call it for the night, as you are uninfected. If you had failed that roll, I was gonna cut it off
yeah.
as you failed it.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I just based it on that for 2 weeks.
Do not like.
Have the fearless
No,
trait.
not
I
at
have
all.
to go dig deep.
Oh, I love it. Okay, perfect. So as you come out of this cave and as you guys are putting a torch to this bear's body, we will call it. And we will do
Artha.
Artha
Our
real quick. Where's earning Artha? There we go. Okay, great. Did anyone have a belief that drove the game forward?
Yes.
Can I count that information against Gutrung for my Gutrung belief?
Yeah, sure.
Protecting other races, I ran off to distract the bear.
Yes.
Definitely messing with Angar to make sure he loses influence and Hochen. I do not like him.
I think
I also said have to kill evil. Does bear count as killing evil? Killing bear?
Yeah. And then Connor, I think your first one. I think you.
Yeah, Hochen under siege by Diabolists. I mean, we attempted to get further into the cause of this cult.
Yeah.
I think my third belief is similar to that. Because our interrogation of Angar gave us some information about Tower Rod, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can definitely get a fate. You've done that. I think like next time if you uncover the symbols, you can complete that.
Yeah, I was gonna take a fate for my second belief too, which is also finding the root of this cult, basically.
Yes.
But not complete it.
Okay. Any other beliefs? No? Okay. Instincts. Did anyone have an instinct that you played that made your character's life more difficult?
No.
Helping Angar, not letting him die out.
You have the generosity one?
Because I'm generous.
Yeah.
It's both an instinct and a trait.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that did make your life more difficult. Yeah.
And I did a Duel of Wits for it, so. But I think that is my only one.
Yes. Any other instincts? I'm glancing them over. I don't know if any of them are jumping out to me. Okay. Traits. anyone have a trait that
Fearless?
sent it in an interesting or unforeseen direction? Yeah, that counts.
Definitely.
Does lonesome count? I'm thinking lonesome and the fact that I like am used to doing things by myself.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
I,
you were like, I'm gonna go do
Yeah.
this, solve this on
Yeah.
my own. Yeah.
what does this count towards?
This is a fate.
One fate.
And I guess, I mean, you have generous, but you already had
I'm
that
not
for
going
an
to count it
instinct, yeah.
twice unless
I
there's a
don't
good
count it.
reason.
Let's see. Any others?
Nope.
No one. I don't remember an in-character game stopper.
Nowhere is as fucked as here.
That's my spot.
That's your spot.
Oh, that was
Remember
good too.
when
Yeah.
Ravadren came up to put an arm around me.
We'll say no for those.
Okay.
They were.
We gotta
they
be
were good.
funnier.
They were
I don't
good.
know how to be funnier.
You have to make me die laughing. Okay. Anyone have the
Trying
right
so
skill
hard.
to make
Not
the
the
story
funny
go?
man.
Say it again, Logan.
The right skill to make the story go. So this is like
I
you
think
didn't know how
Ada
to get
having
tracking?
tracking, yeah, for sure.
Did anyone else have tracking?
I don't have tracking. I don't have
I don't have
anything
tracking.
useful for that.
Perfect. Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
What
Quite
did I
fit.
even roll today?
I know.
A
Give
lot
it
of
a
I
fails.
rolled all my stats.
That's hard, yeah. If you're not getting the right tests for it.
Okay. I don't know if anyone got any persona this time. I don't remember. There's no embodiment,
I don't
mold
think
flicker,
we-
workhorse, MVP.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No one. I think you guys will get a couple of them. You'll get a persona
Hopefully
next
we'll
time
get some
on
personal
some of
goals
your
soon.
Yeah.
yeah your personal goals.
We
you
did
said
kill
at the end
that
of
bear. I don't know if you want to do anything for that. Because that was pretty intense.
Like for a belief or just an accomplishment?
It's an accomplishment. I don't think any of us particularly had beliefs about the bear specifically.
About the bear, yeah, no.
No.
You can think on it. We don't have to.
Yeah.
We'll say no for now because I think next session a lot of these are gonna rank
cool.
in that persona. Okay, perfect. And any deeds?
Nope.
Okay.
Still working on that one.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
You mean me heroically dodging the bear is not a D
D
point?
point.
no, unfortunately that bridge suffered. It wasn't
True.
selfless because the bridge suffered.
The bridge.
Yeah, the bridge did
It
suffer.
was really the bridge that took one for the team.
Ada's gonna
Really, the
rebuild
bridge
that
gets a
bridge,
deeds
though.
point.
The
Yeah.
bridge does get a deed point. It's going to use it to rebuild itself. Okay, perfect. Well, that is all for tonight. Tune in next week for Blades in the Dark.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are starting
a heist.
Yes.
Demon
Writing the
rituals.
spirit
Demon
warden.
ritual. Just demons.
It's gonna
in all-
be. Y'all don't even know what you're up against. I'm just saying.
Oh, Sean,
Do you
I
think
know.
you're
Ever though,
prepared?
Sean? Do we
You
ever?
think you're prepared?
I never think I'm prepared. Okay, great. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be back to figure out who the heck is Gutrung and what does his bear want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why's he got a bear? The
Why it gotta
corrupted
be bear? Okay. Perfect. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.